All right, greetings. Good afternoon, everybody. Hotep, peace, Habagani. It's a beautiful day. Hope you all are well. Haki Ami here. Uh, I am excited about the opportunity today. We are celebrating 55 years at Ujamaa here in the DMV and all over the world. I am excited to be broadcasting live from Hakish Kwame Facebook pages, Raising Consciousness and Capital page, as well as the Teaching Artists Institute page and Thai TV on Facebook uh, and YouTube as well. So it's an honor and pleasure to join you all to speak about an amazing event that everyone, all my brothers and sisters from all over the country certainly should come and participate in. And I am excited to have the founder of Ujamaa Shule joining me here. It's the longest independent African-centered school in the country. And I've known the elder for quite some years and haven't talked to him in a good while, but it's always good to hear from him and to see him. And he's doing the work. He's been doing the real work, and he certainly needs all of our support and applause and congratulations, Santes, for him for being present in the lives of many African Black students throughout the DMV area, DC. For those that are outside the DC area, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. But many students have come up over 55 years of work. That's longer than some of us have been alive. But, you know, he's been a freedom fighter globally on the front lines since he was a student, and probably but when he was in Pampers, y'all. So, so thank you, Baba Z, Dr. Zulu, for joining me here. He's joining me live via phone, and so thank you, Baba. So welcome, Aquaba, for all of your work, and so just wanted to welcome you for this amazing discussion. You'll be honoring Nana J. Okoto, but say a little bit. You know, you started this. Actually, I was looking on your website. May the 4th, 55 years ago. And did you start it right after you got out of Howard, or what? Or how did that evolution start, Baba?
Yeah, that happened. Actually, I was first. I said, Sante Sana, thank you, Madasi, my brother, for having me.
Yes, sir.
Your show, please. And I'd like to compliment you and also hear about many excellent things that you are doing, my brother. And certainly hope that you continue to stay strong and continue to follow the African ancestors, and so that we can continue to move towards our liberation as African people.
Right.
Actually, Baba, our school really started when I was in SNCC. When I say in SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. I'm one of the organizers of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee.
Yes.
Found it, and we went around and found Jim Foreman. We found Bob Moses.
Right.
Jim Foreman was our executive secretary for many years. And of course, until he decided to turn it over to one of my sisters. I know her name, but just kind of escaping my memory right now. But she had gone to Spelman College, and at age 15, and she was a very powerful lady there in Atlanta, Georgia. So, and we were in Macomb, Mississippi, my brother, and we were having a direct action with the young students, and 113 students was expelled from school.
Wow.
Of course, this is after the Freedom Ride. I went down on a Freedom Ride.
Yes, sir.
Out of the Freedom Ride. Right. I stayed in Mississippi with James Bevel, Diane Dash, Bernard Lafayette, Paul Brooks, and Catherine Brooks.
Wow.
So we opened office up there to start to teach the people. Well, at the time, brothers and sisters weren't able to register and vote. A lot of people couldn't read and write. and this is how we found Fannie Lou as well. So we wanted to do it in a church, but we couldn't do it in a church because we had to. If you did it in a church, we knew the church would burn down or would bomb.
Wow.
So what we did, we put on our overalls and went into the woods on a Sunday and took a blackboard. And then on a Monday morning, we got on top of this cotton truck that was taking people to the cotton field. And the so-called straw boss, the European did not know who we were. So we would take 6 or 7, 8 to 10 people at a time to teach them how to read and write. Fannie Lou could read a little, but she wasn't competent within herself. So she also was with the people. We didn't know her at that time, but so we were able to move with the people, telling them to, okay, it's your turn now to go into the woods, and of course, straw balls. The European did not know what was going on, and they thought they was going just to relieve themselves. And we 6 or 7 to 10 people at a time, and until they were able to read, write. In Mississippi at that time, you had to interpret the Mississippi Constitution, and then also sometimes they would give you a jar of marbles, and you say you must guess, see how many marbles are in this container. Wow. You could not guess because they would always say you wrong. But at any rate, we was able to get a number of people who were able to read and write. So we took them downtown to become registered voters. So when we got there, the regular European racist person wasn't there. And so this white lady said, no, I can't do it because the boss ain't here. I said, listen, we brought these people down. They've been working hard. They wanted to become registered voters, so give us the forms. We kept talking, so finally the lady was scared, but she gave us the form. And the people who we took there were able to register. They were able to interpret the Constitution, Mississippi Constitution, whatever verse they wanted to be interpreted. And again, Fannie Lou was one of these people. And we're on the way back home, taking the people back home. I'm gonna get back to Laura, Mississippi, where the demonstration in a minute. So the bus that we were driving was a white bus. So the policeman stopped the bus after we got almost, I guess, about 15, 20 blocks from the city, and arrested the driver. And the reason why he arrested the driver was saying that this bus has to be yellow, not white. Arrested the driver, and of course, left us sitting there on the side of the road. Wow. So we were brave enough to step in the seat after maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes to take people back home. And Fannie Lou again was one of the key people. We didn't know her at that time, but knew her name, but she was not known. But then we took her home, and then her racist man, Mr. Marlowe, who went to her house and said, Fannie Lou, I need to talk to you. Come on out of the house. And so she finally came out and looked at him and pointed her hand at him and said, Mr. Marlowe, you lied to me. You said we did not have the right to vote. I read with my own eyes. We have the right to vote. And then she walked right back in the house. She said, Fannie, don't walk away from me. I want you to go back downtown and take your name off that book tomorrow. I want you to do that now. You better do that. Anyway, so about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, the Klansmen came through. Shotgun. They were shooting into a house, my brother. Luckily that nobody was killed. Buckshot hit, I think, her husband, and she had 2 or 3 children there too. And so the very next day, we took her, Dr. Aaron Henry, was a very prominent brother in Mississippi. Union Snake, we took her off that farm, and she was involved in SNCC, and then of course later on they created the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party with Mrs. Gray and many others, and of course Bob Moses was along with that and helping her, and she became the chairman, and of course after that we Johnson was the president at that time. We came all the way up to Atlantic City with the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, and also they were so certain that they were going to be seated. And the regular Democratic Party was racist, but not allowed them to participate in, and they not allowed anyone to participate. So they meet all the rules and regulations. So in Atlantic City, they had to vote on it, and so what they did, they said, okay, we're gonna give half to the Negroes, we're gonna give half to the regular Democratic Party, which means, of course, the Mississippi Freedom Party. But Fannie Lou Hamer and many other people said, look, we met all the rules and regulations, and therefore we should be the one that be seated. Not the one that denied us to be a part of it. And at the same time, Fannie Lou Hamer got on had a press conference, and also at the same time Johnson had a press conference trying to avoid people hearing her. And so that's how Fannie Lou Hamer became known to the country, the world. And now, at the same time, we were doing border fishing all over Mississippi as much as we possibly could. But we were dealing with direct action as well. Going now back to Laura, Mississippi, where this is how the idea came from for me to do the African school here in Washington, D.C. Of course, they said it couldn't be done, but it was done. So anyway, 113 students was arrested, and they did not allow these students to be accepted back into the school system. They refused. So we had to start teaching them ourselves. And I learned more that 13, 12 years old children, 15, 16 children, of course, were not able to read and write. And so when I got to D.C., the same thing was going on, my brother. I mean, the children was not still able to read and write, not knowing who they are now. And so anyway, we had to send these children to around the country to other families, St. Louis, California, New York City, Memphis, Tennessee. We had all these 13. And also, if they had they tried to find out every parent, if they worked for any European, they would fire them. Yeah, they would fire them. Fire them. And so the school in May 4, 1968, I worked on it, and again I saw that same thing was going on here in D.C. Not able to read and write. May 4th, 1968, that's when we opened up with 2 or 3 students.
Right.
And we had a bookstore, an African shop, and to get funds to try to operate the school. And we moved grade each year. And the system, of course, completely different from the public school sector now.
Right.
We have created a model that will work for our African children, my brother. And we so finally we was able to find a larger place, and it's where we are now, 8th Q Street Northwest. And we're able to, many parents will participate and help us to do sheetrock and electrical work and all of that. So we started out with one room, and every Saturday the parents would come down with work, and so our school, of course, is preschool through high school, and the system is we do not have first, or second, third grade, because when we receive children, we said they must be potty trained and can receive direction. So by the time they three and a half, 4 years old, they're reading, writing, and subtracting, my brother. And then they take a test, our own test, not the racist right band test. They are able to move to the next level. When it's to move to the next level, the sky's the limit. So we have children, even at this point, in Kell funding class, moved into that class at 10 years old. Equivalent to, say, Kell funding is equivalent to 9th grade in a public school. And my brother, and they perform, my brother. Wow. When I said they perform, they are doing every night in terms of the African history class. They do read a chapter and do 5 pages or whatever pages they need in order to complete that chapter. Bring in 2 pages on our African ancestors. Then they must bring in current events. That this is every day. And they do local news, national and international. So international news, what to do, they pick a country in Africa to report on. And then they do Kell funding, do 5 pages term paper monthly, and the Kell funding do 15 pages. The Zulu, which is last level, will do 25 or 30 pages every month and on the term paper. And we in order for our children to all our children must wear African clothing, must have African names. We are a vegan school. We every year we have a science fair.
Yes, I came there. I came to a science fair before. Yes. Yes,
sir. And every year we give thanks to our African ancestors. Moja Karamu. Our system, we do not celebrate any European holidays. We celebrate African holidays because our children must know who we are, must feel proud of who we are. So, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Sekou Touré, Kwame Touré, Robert Mugabe, Thomas Sankara, Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. Gaddafi, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, all these people. They know all these people, man. And when they go to college, the children said, I went to an independent African school.
Right.
They said, hey, and they don't get no government funds, no European funds. And I said, no, that cannot be a school like that in the world. Cannot. They can't believe it. And I can understand they can't believe it because everybody want money, Baba. Even right now, they trying to make us take money from this virus and all that stuff. Because once you start taking money, you know what's going to happen. I refuse money. Of course, you knew that I was Marion Bear and I was very close friends. Lifetimes, yeah.
Right.
We lived together about 3 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so when he became, so what happened? I'm gonna go back to the school again. I'm gonna go back to some talk about Marion. The summer crisis. Of course, I work with John Lewis in Nashville, Tennessee. We worked together at least about 3 or 4 years there. And so the summer crisis. Jim called me up. I was in law school at that time. And Jim asked me if I would go to the office and help with the motivating the community, and also go to the White House and talk to these people about sending troops to Selma.
Mm-hmm.
And at that same time, H.R. Brown was still in the city.
Mm-hmm.
H.R. Brown, myself, Walter Front and I think someone from Urban League, and myself and H.R. Brown, they went to the White House to urge them to send troops there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, make a long story short, after that, I stayed. I went back into the state. I became director. Marion Barry was director, so he had left. Mm-hmm. So I became director. And then, of course, the FBI destroyed the organization.
Mm-hmm.
He said, they're destroying us, man. You better come with me. But I said, I can't. So Marion said he had a grant to do Pride Incorporated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's another whole story. But anyway, I'm getting back to the school. So that motivated me about for the 113 students in Mississippi, and then coming to Washington, D.C. and finding out people could not read and write at the same time. So we do a system that works for our children.
Right, I see. Asante. So, one quick question, Baba. You were explaining for how, about, of course you do Swahili language, and I believe you told me a story about what Julius Nyerere, if you met him and what he told you about your work in your school.
Oh yes. We would go to Africa frequently at that time.
Okay.
And we had met his daughter, and his daughter said, "My dad ain't gonna believe this. That there's an Ujamaa school."
Mm.
And so, we was on the phone. He said, "Baba, if you have a school like that, you got to come to Tanzania." And so he invited us and about 45 other students. Wow. We went to Tanzania.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And actually, it was heated, still heated, my brother. I mean, the system just didn't seem to be working for us. I was going to go and stay. My whole family, we were going to stay there.
Mm.
So Julie said to us, President Nyerere said to me that, Dr. Zulu, if you are doing what my daughter said you're doing in Washington, D.C., you should stay there and continue to teach our people who we really are.
Mm.
And so, Baba, when we got back, I decided to camp out, Baba. Camp out here and be one of the soldiers, hopefully, to try to move forward towards our liberation, and particularly our minds, trying to deal with the mind, Baba.
Right.
Yes, sir.
No, yes, no, that's I do.
And also, I had to go to Tanzania. I was so happy too. I couldn't change my name here because the system, this land was stolen, right? Mm-hmm. Stolen from the red man, from the indigenous people. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't change my name here. I changed my name in Africa. I'm not saying people cannot do that. That is just my commitment that I have, that I couldn't let someone who was a crook to give me my name.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So this brother had given me this name from I think it's from Mali at the time. He gave me the name of El Sinzin Gakulu Zulu. And he said the El means the or the. Sinzin Gakulu means something of great importance. And Zulu means of the heavens. And so I got it changed, and there, the paperwork was not ready, but they were able to send me my paperwork, and so all my children have had free names.
That's it.
Names.
That's it.
No slave name at all.
Mm.
And I
Beautiful, beautiful.
remember uh, back in the day, when I changed my name, brother said, "Why you gonna change your name? Man, you're famous now. Well, how you gonna? You dead?" I said, "Yeah, I want that name to die. I do."
Mm. Mm.
And I challenged all the people listening. How can you live on a system that the people don't like and we kept their name? We have that slave names. We should change our name. I mean, that's truly a revolutionary idea within itself.
Yes.
Continue to give them strength by keep calling the name Smith, Jones, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I changed my name when I was 22 years old. You know, I had a awakening, if you will. So I was inspired by Haki Metabudi, and that's how I started, you know, reading about, you know, Swahili and, you know, Pan-Africanism. So that's, you know, definitely how, you know, I got connected through the power of reading and understanding, you know, who we are. And, you know, like you said, that's one of the most revolutionary acts that we could do. So, uh, so definitely appreciate that. So, wow, this is going to be amazing experience, brothers and sisters. If you haven't gone before, we all just have a good time there. You know, on Sunday, May the 7th, 2 to 7 p.m. Let me just put it at the Silver Spring Civic Center. That's One Veterans Plaza in Silver Spring, Maryland. It's the 55th anniversary of Ujamaa. And
yeah, 55th anniversary for teaching education with African culture.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's very key, Baba. And
yes, thank you.
Of course, you've been hearing about this maniac in Florida talking about he don't want no African history before in the state. And and of course, that's why they not. That's why they didn't already teach it in the public school. And I don't understand why our parents don't demand it. I mean, you go to PTA meeting, demand them to teach. Can you imagine, man, about that's the greatest crime they have done, man. One of the greatest crimes they ever done.
Yes.
Deny our people of who they are.
Exactly.
People don't know who we are.
Right.
Don't even know where we come from. Don't understand that we've been we are the first people on the face of the earth. We have been existing millions of years. We took the Romans and the Europeans, and they've taken our land from us at the same time. And so we need to step it up, Baba.
Yes, 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 absolutely, indeed, yes.
I want to say that on the 7th, 5th anniversary, we're going to honor one of my great brother who has passed on, Nana Ajuman Koto. Yes. Of Toto Shule. He was a powerful, revered African nation builder, Baba. The brother was rough, brother. Yes. And we're going to honor not only him, we're going to honor many other brothers and sisters, man, Baba. We're going to honor them, trying to give them their flower while we're still here. Agreed. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I certainly hope they don't. We're going to do this every year. You know, we couldn't get everybody in because the fact that we didn't have enough funds to continue on. We're going to give everybody the Nguzo Saba Award, Baba. Let's see. Nguzo Saba Award. So, and the people who are listening, you will be next year. This time will be the following year. So don't think we have not forgotten who you are. All the people, like Sante Sana, who has shared with Ujamaa, who has shared with the uplifting of African people, and working particularly with the minds of our people. And beautiful. We're going to honor as many people as we can each year. Yes, beautiful. Thank you. And you don't see it, but I have. I have all of Nana J books, but I have his nation building book. I'm showing it to the cameras, Theory and Practice in African Centered Education. And so, and definitely, and I know that
uh, obviously you've been around in the DC area, perhaps around his time, before him a little, and so I'm sure that there was a lot of collaboration and just sharing, mutual sharing of you know knowledge and power, of building institutions at that time. So when I saw Nana Ajay's name, I was like, yes, yes, yes. We appreciate the work that he and his family have done over the years. And I would go over there many times, of course, like Ujamaa, and just continue to support when I could get into the DC area. So I'm just reaching out to my networks in Baltimore, and of course the people I know in the DC, and say, let's come on out and support this event. And the number is on the screen where you can call, but they're gonna have, of course, and everybody, vegetarian meals.
Yes, sir.
And at the school,
of course, our dynamite. I said, about they are dynamite with precision drummers.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And also, I want to thank all those brothers and sisters who have shared with Ujamaa. And so last summer, we were able to utilize all the funds we had in order to do some renovating at the Shule.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Glad to give thanks to all those people who have shared with us. And those who would still like to share with us, they can hit us with the Cash App, with the $sign, and Ujamaa School. We would be so appreciative. And then certainly hope that you come to the anniversary May 7th. And parking is free. Parking is free. Parking is free.
Okay. Yes, I'm putting that Cash App in there. So if you all would like to donate to Ujamaa, please Cash App $sign Ujamaa School. Ujamaa School. All right. Yep, I see it on the bottom. And the tickets as well are at, let's see, Blue Nile, Browns Market, Simbab, Co-op, and Ujamaa. So definitely get your tickets, get one or two. Even if you're not able to come, just get one for someone and invite some people. Okay, I think I got frozen, everybody. Let me mute this. Shoot. Okay, I don't know how I got muted, but let me sort of go on here. But so as you heard, Baba's brothers and sisters, we had Baba Zulu on. If he got disconnected towards the end, I saw my man. I'm like, that never happened. Like, what's going on? They don't want somebody connecting to Ujamaa. So, as I mentioned, I showed the book, Nation Building. They can't knock off my phone, right? So, Nation Building, everybody, get your copy and come on out. And as you mentioned, we're going to have some food. You can get your tickets, of course, at Blue Nile, Browns Market, Simbab, and Ujamaa. Get your tickets for Nation Building event. I'm sorry, the Ujamaa 55th anniversary preschool through high school, education with an African culture since 1968. Since 1968, y'all. So want everybody to come on out and support One Veterans Highway free parking. I know that's, people, when they go to think of DC, they think about parking, but in the Silver Spring area, you are good free parking there. So Capoeira, uh, Ujamaa African drummers, performance by Ujamaa School Watoto. So and food, vegan, vegetarian food. So just get it in, and enjoy. Come on out and enjoy your support. That was an amazing story that you heard. People, sometimes when we don't know who people are, and I knew much of his story, but it was just good to refresh my mind and just read his bio. And of course, let me put the website up if you all want to. Don't see the Cash App. Oh shoot. Let me see. Uh, darn it. Oh darn it. So let's yeah. So let me go ahead and get out of here. You can't see the banner, but go to ujamaaschool.com and support and Cash App Ujamaa School at Cash App, Ujamaa School at Cash App, $ Ujamaa School. So we are out, y'all. I just got a call, and let me go in and get out here. My laptop is frozen, but I was able to get this in with my card. So we are out. Peace and blessings.